So why don't we get into hacking us a pyramid level? So I'm just going to delete these testing files because I don't really need them anymore. So delete. So what you do want to do to edit Day of the Tentacle, you will want to delete the credits, and you'll want to definitely export and stuff, and be very cautious when you're doing it. And always make extra copies of the original. Always. Like I have my unmodified file right here. I always keep extra copies, because you don't want to have to find where you need to download it and do all those steps over and over again, because that's just annoying. But I'm really thirsty now, so I gotta get me a drink. Alright, so let's get into hacking at pyramid level. Wow, 28 minutes just on messing around with the Day of the Tentacle and credits. And of course spawn rates and stuff, So now I'm on level 35, and this is my brutal hack, and completely unedited level 35. And I'm actually going to make this a pyramid level, so I'm going to start. This is a very long level. I mean, even with me only having one set of tiles, you still have to scroll it over to see it all. It's a very, very large level. I actually did find the areas of all the levels, and compared to other levels, level 35 really is a big level. It has an area of 455 square tiles, whereas level 9 that I did earlier in the first part of this project, it only had an area of 288. So this is a huge level, and it's probably going to take a while to edit. And you can tell how huge it is because it almost spans the entire top to bottom. But it goes very far left, right. It's a very horizontal level. So I'm actually going to change this because I want at least to have 6 rows. So that means I'm not going to be able to see a lot of it at the same time. But I like to always have at least 6 rows of tiles to work with at the same time. So I'm going to change all this to sand. Well, actually, since it's going to be a pyramid, probably should change it to that. Yeah, there we go. That's my strategy. That's usually how I like to do it. Okay, now for the pyramid levels, there are some tiles that you never really know what they do until you test it out, but I've actually written down on my notes, like especially for passageways, which ones you can go through and which ones you can't go through and stuff. So we'll probably be getting to that eventually in time. So I really have the general idea. I want this one to be pretty maze-like. I think I'm going to start it out maybe hard to know. This is going to take a while, I think. It's going to take a while. So start out right here. So I should make a little room where I'll actually kind of start this in a weird place. Don't want this to be too large. But it's it's pretty self-explanatory, just figuring out, it just takes a long time to know exactly how you're wanting it to look and stuff. That's the main thing. So I need a corner piece there. So we need the right side. Yep, there we go. So now I need a corner. And of course, always finding the tile that you're looking for can be pretty tedious, and I probably will pass by it. I actually want to use this too. I think this would be cool to use. It's easy for me to overlook that too. You'd think it would be close to that, but probably not. I need the right side of that. There it is. So we need to have this down here. And we need bright sand there. Okay, so now I just need my corners. And of course my door. And we want it to be open, because, I mean, you know, now, to figure out which, it's pretty easy to know what should go here, because it'll be a little darker shade of orange to indicate that you can pass through it, like that right there, but that's for a corner, so that's not exactly what I want. That's for a corner. Sure, I've flown past it multiple times, because that's what I do. Yeah, there we go. D7. Okay. And that probably needs to go there. Okay, so now where's that corner? So now I can focus exclusively on that for the time being. And we could actually have it to where Zeke or Julia does not start here. That might be what I actually do. That would make more sense. Okay, there's what I want. So now we need it for the right side. So if that were the case, I think I should do that. Kind of is like an entry into this level. But then having the right tile for this. Which I believe would be this. Oh, no, no, no. That is not right. That maybe? No. Okay, that's what I want for that. At the very bottom there. I don't know if that's the right thing I want or not. No, that isn't right. Okay, and then you want this little piece here. Now, if it's going to be a passageway that you want the player to be able to travel through, I'll show, you know, how you have to be careful on that. Because some you couldn't pass through, like you'd have to have certain tiles. Like if I wanted the player to pass through that, go all the way across, there's certain tiles you have to use or they won't work. Okay, so this looks like that might be what I want to use there. That. That's what you get when you get lazy. Alright. Maybe that's it. Oh no, that's not right. want the right tile for that. Be easier said than done to get it. Now that actually could work. And there's a tile where it kind of fades. Like that, but I think that's not really exactly what I'm looking for. There's a tile where it fades from like a dark to, or from light to dark. Yeah, that could work there. Okay. So now, what kind of pathway am I going to want them to take? We could have it to where it's going that. Yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed the first. You know, that was what kind of encouraged me to do this, is the feedback I got. So I hope y'all did enjoy that. Probably should have made this a little. That's okay though. Now these tiles. Now you have to be really careful. Like notice the shadows on those. Those shadows are really important, because if I had. I'll be able to explain it a better situation later, but you can actually walk more smoothly across this one if it's on the top or something where you have to. It's hard to explain, but like if I had it right there, I could walk across it more smoothly than I could if it was this one, because the shadow indicates it's not really broken, you know, more solid. So obviously I need the more solid there. Actually that ain't gonna work, because I need to have this like that. So silly Sky for thinking that might work. I'm just messing this up so terribly. Yeah, I wish the tiles were grouped a little more friendly, but they're not. So I need that to be there. Ah, where did I just say it? Golly. So I need that there. Kind of correct it here. But I think what I'll do is like I did last time is, as I'm kind of generally creating the outline of the level, until I come up upon something, you know, more exciting that actually needs some talking about, I'll probably just kind of speed along through this. So until I come up with something that's necessary to say. But you know, it's pretty self-explanatory as you see what I'm doing. Just very time consuming. But yeah, that's what we're going to do, is we're going to keep kind of developing the passageway to take. And then when it comes to putting some hidden passages that you have to walk through the dark, that's probably when I'll talk. And we'll talk about the different tiles you should use for that. So talk to y'all in just a bit. Okay, so here I actually want to create a place where you have water that you have to go through, making it a lot more deadly, but that you can't walk across the bottom. Okay, so let's talk about the differences on that. So firstly, I need to have this. This is going to make it to where you cannot walk across that. So need to have that. And that right there for that. Now we're going to do our stairs. And these stairs are here. And these stairs, the right stairs should be right here. And then for this, like that. Now, if you don't want them to walk across, it really doesn't matter right here. Go ahead and put that there. I haven't quite fully decided how I wanted to make this. If you wanted them to walk across, you would use the tile. So where do I have it written down? You would use 2E to walk across. If you wanted the player to just be able to walk along the bottom. That's the case that you see in the original level 40 with that first pull guy. After you defeat the snakeoid, you can actually walk along the bottom of that. I don't want you to be able to do that. So to not be able to do that, you want to use EC for the bottom here. So EC. Got crap in my way on my desk. Let's try to find EC here. There it is. So should not be able to walk along the bottom of that. And so now I need to get the right tiles for this. And actually, in this situation, notice that since I use that for a corner, notice the shadow. That actually will make it a lot easier to walk across on that. So you'll definitely want to use those there. But actually, it's not going to matter there because I'm going to use that so you can't walk. And then this is the little corner there, the little corner piece. That way you have to go across there to get to the other side. Okay. Alright, so continuing onward. I need my corner here. 4D. Okay, so now we get to this point where I actually want to make it to where it's a secret, not a secret passage, but to where you have to go up through here to get to the other side. So I'm going to want to block this off to where you have to come up here this way. Oh, this is such an evil level, I can already tell you. So evil. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this fixed now. I don't like the looks of that. It looks ugly. Okay. So what I want to do here is okay, for this, first you need to have something you can go through, which would be like this. Now when it comes to this tile, which is going to have the one little piece like 3-4. If you use 3-4, you can't go through. You will open the sand pile and you will go up a little, but you won't be able to go into it. Okay, you'll be stopped, which will not be very good. Make you have a bad day. So the one I want to use, actually, there's 3-4 and there's 4-5, which I honestly don't know the difference between 3-4 and 4-5. Both of them will stop you. I don't know the difference in them. You won't be able to progress. You actually want to use 50. So 50 is, should be close. Here it is. So that should enable me to progress. So now the one that has the straight left, you'll actually want to use D6. You should be able to go through on that. Okay. Now, if I change this a little bit, which I could do, let's go ahead and change it just to show this off. So I'm going to put D6 there. It doesn't really matter. I could put 3, 4 here because you're not going to go through this area anyway. Or 4, 5, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so in this case, instead of having, there are a couple plain black ones you can use. There's 6C and then there's D8. So 6C, like this, if you use 6C, it would be like 3, 4, or 4, 5. You wouldn't be able to go through. But if I use D8, I will be able to go through it just fine. So that's what we want to use. I don't want this to be too wide, so I'm going to change this, but it kind of shows you kind of what's going on. So we want to use D6 for that. And then 50. You know, once you kind of learn the tiles that you want to use, it's not bad at all. So you should be able to go through that with no problem. Notice how I have the little darkened piece indicating that you should be able to exit there. Alright, so continuing onward. Continuing onward. See how much more devious we can make this level. We got a long way to go. A long way to go. Okay, so we got a pretty decent little structure here going on. As you can see here, the path that you'd currently have to take is if you started up here, you go through here, go down here, go through the water, and then you'd have this little corner. Then you would enter here, go all the way up through here, and then you'd enter in this room. Now currently there is no way to get any further than that. It's completely blocked off. So I'm going to make some passageways. So I'm going to use that tile multiple times. So I'm going to use it there, let's use it there, and let's use it there. Okay, so the player will be able to get through. So then we're going to use this, 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 and we're going to use that. Let's actually make this to where it's already open. Why the heck not? I think it's looking pretty good, y'all. What do you think? You know, as if y'all can actually talk to me right now, you know. But yeah, I think it's looking alright. Okay, so then how that is you would actually have it Hard to say. Okay, what I am going to do next, y'all, is just kind of like I did on the last level that I made for y'all, is that I'm going to move everything, since I already have a decent amount of the level already done. I'm just going to kind of put everything where I can see it. So we're going to move the victims into a place. Oh, that poor guy that's super high risk. But if you do use the trampoline, you shouldn't have any trouble. All these tourists.